Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee and this is Star Tarot. Today for you I have a classic 12 cross spread, and I will also be pulling a few Futhark rune to see what the runes have to say for you. So without any further ado, I'm gonna get started. And before I do the 12 card spread, I would like to pull from my Soul's Journey deck. My apologies, there's a neighbor doing some yard work. Every time I sit down to film, something's going on, so I'm working on letting go of perfection and just doing what I need to do to keep myself nurtured. Cancer, you know all about nurturing. I hope you're nurturing yourself. Whoa. Okay. Hey, happiness. Aww. That's a nice way to start, you guys. So, happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So if you're not happy right now, probably not on the right path. Something about this year that's really important is that if you are depressed and you are feeling really low and you're not doing well right now, it's very much a wake-up call. And sometimes you have weed whackers, I tell you. Sometimes you have to go all the way down before you can start coming back up. And sometimes things happen to take us from where we think we're supposed to be and what we think we should be doing to reroute us onto the right path. So let's keep that in mind. It's just one of those days. Just one of those days. So Cancer, midsummer or beginning of summer, you know, I'm sure you're well aware now, there's a solar eclipse happening on the solstice, and then beginning of July there's another lunar eclipse. Yeah, the solar eclipse is happening in the very first degree of Cancer, and there's what is it, 5 planets retrograde right now? I don't know, it's nuts. But yeah, so all of these things are happening to realign you to your correct life path. Wow, okay. So, whoa. Holy cow, you guys. Okay, so the first card just popped out. It's 10 of Wands, which is the Lord of Oppression. So this is Saturn in Sagittarius, and Lord of Oppression, tens. I will get into that, but I want to talk about the bottom of the deck first. So 10 of Swords is on the bottom. So right off the bat, Cancer, we're starting with 2 tens. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah. But on the flip side, tens are the end of a cycle. Tens are completion. Tens are, this isn't serving me anymore. Tens are a breaking point. So, right now, Cancer, you're feeling oppressed. You're feeling like Saturn is not treating you very nicely. I mean, Saturn right now is in your opposite house Capricorn. So it depends on your personal chart, right? But Saturn's never an easy energy to deal with, but Saturn's not here to hurt you. Saturn teaches you wisdom and gives you valuable lessons. So anyway, second card out is Three of Swords, Lord of Sorrow. Cancer, you are definitely going through a rough time right now. I feel ya. I feel ya. The goal, destiny moving forward is the Empress. That's awesome. The Empress is a very stable energy. The Empress is, this deck calls her the Daughter of the Mighty Ones. Daughter of the Mighty Ones. That's so badass. Anyway, the Empress, she has mastered the elements, and this card corresponds with Taurus, and she is like the divine, very much divine feminine energy, very much a nurturer herself, and she knows the power of receiving. She's well attuned to the power of receiving. The Empress waits for what's needed to come to her and manifests it that way, as well as taking action. She has a balance of yin and yang. So, far past, we have the Magician reversed. So the Magician, this card is ruled by Mercury. Yeah. It's the middle deacon of Virgo. And the Magician is all about what I was just talking about, taking those elements and manifesting. It's in a different way, though. The Magician uses ritual, religious rites, stuff like that. However, being reversed could really indicate that there was someone extremely manipulative in your past. Or even, you know, it could be your own energy, but twisted in some way. So, you know, perhaps things just have not been coming through for you. Alright? So, recent past, we have the Princess of Pentacles. That's quite nice. The princess, all of the princesses are the ultimate manifestation of those desires. So, the Pentacles is everything earthly. So, we have, in the recent past, everything that you could want on earth is at least in your vicinity. Either you being presented with this pentacle energy, or, you know, it's like it's within your grasp, or you just thought you had it, and the magician figure took it away. Not sure. Next card out. The future influence is the Lord of Abundance. Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is Mercury in Cancer. So this is all communications about nurturing and abundance. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty excellent. Let's see what our next four cards are. Wow. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Quick recap of the cross here. We have the Ten of Wands crossed by the Three of Swords. So we are at an end of a cycle. There's a lot of sorrow, a lot of oppression, a lot of pressure, a lot of I just realized the Three of Swords is Saturn too. Saturn in Libra. Wow. Saturn is kicking your ass. I'm so sorry. But it feels like this eclipse coming up and the beginning of July will be maybe a lighter period for you. As long as you're able to this is actually really beautiful. So the next card out, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th card. Seventh card represents you, the questioner, the person watching this video. And this is the universe. More Saturn energy. Hey! This is really just proof of what I'm saying. You're stepping through a very important doorway in your life, right? As Saturn moves and teaches you these lessons, and you clear karma, straight up you clear karma, it's just preparing you for the next step, the next phase, the next part of initiation, the next plane of existence. So you, my friends, are stepping through a doorway right now, exactly like I was describing in the video previous. So, Cancer, you're in a very magical doorway. This is a very important time period of your life. It feels right now like you do not have enough. It feels like you're being shat on by Saturn. Saturn is pooping all over you. Sorry for that image. However, take heart, because it feels like nothing's happening. It feels like you're really struggling. But remember, that's all mentality. That's all up here. The next card out, which is your environmental factors, is the Six of Swords. This is called the Lord of Earned Success. There's a ton of Mercury coming out in my reading here. Like Saturn and Mercury are on point. Mercury is retrograde right now. That does not mean it is not powerful. So the Six of Swords, Lord of Earned Success. This being in your environment really indicates that you're not taking these lessons for granted, and whatever it is that you need to overcome here to move past this sorrow and to move past this oppression feeling, you will make it. And the last card out, which is the destiny outcome, is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is 2 deacons of Sagittarius and 1 deacon of Scorpio. So the Knight of Wands is optimistic and high faith, and is highly motivated to change how things are done or how things are. And he's extremely fast about it. Knight of Wands are intuitive. They are passionate. And they often ruled a little bit by disgust. So, kind of depends. I mean, it certainly feels like you're quite disgusted with your situation here, but remember, all of the oppression and sorrow and awfulness that's happening right now it's helping you gather your strength. It's helping you gather your courage, your power to reroute you onto your right path. So if you're not feeling happy right now, take heed, right? Take heed. You're stepping through a doorway. Do your best to understand that these lessons are here to help you manifest your divine feminine powers, okay? If you're a man, this still applies. Very, very, very much so. Please don't ever listen to the gender of cards and assume that because it's the Knight of Wands that it can only be male, or the King, or the Queen, or the Empress. These are energies. They are in everyone. Everyone has masculine and feminine. It's all about finding a balance. And for a long, long, long time, feminine energy was extremely repressed and oppressed. And it's about time that we come out and come out guns a-blazing. But not really guns a-blazing. That's not feminine style. But anyway. This upcoming month might be important for those of you that are parents. For those of you with grandparents, with parents still alive. I don't like putting a specifically dark twist on things. However, we're not out of the danger yet. We're not out of the danger yet. You're being told that you're already in a space of sorrow. And parenting and children just came out with the fairy deck. So the fairies are trying to say to you that this is definitely a time where there's going to be deepening or severing of these kinds of relationships. So my advice, if it's safe to do so emotionally, spiritually, if it's safe to do so, it might be nice to get in contact with grandparents, parents, nieces, nephews, cousins, or maybe some of you, oh wow, holy crap, I just realized this. Some of you are getting pregnant. Some of you are definitely getting pregnant. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, new beginnings all over the board, alright? New beginnings all over the board. All across the board. In your pentacle life, right? In your earthly life, in your love life, everything. Expect massive shakeups. Expect massive shakeups, and maybe y'all are gonna be moms soon. Or dads. Yep, that's pretty awesome. So it starts with 2 10s, but it ends with the Empress, Knight of Wands, and some really beautiful stuff. So there you have it, Cancer. It was a pleasure reading your cards. Thank you so much. I almost forgot to pull some runes. Almost. So let's see what wants to come out. Fehu! So I just pulled Fehu. Fehu is about nourishment. Fehu can be seen as wealth. It generally represents like your kind of like liquid assets. So like what you use to nurture yourself. Back in the day, it stood for like cattle, because cattle was really one of the only things that they kind of measured your personal wealth by. Like, what does your herd look like? How many animals do you have to feed yourself over the next few winters? Yeah. So with the Princess of Pentacles and with the other cards here, the Lord of Material Trouble, and parenting and children, make sure you guys are striking a balance between work and home life. And the last thing I gotta say about that is, if your work life is not nourishing your home life, it's not good for you. Maybe consider some changes, because there must be balance. Thank you, Cancer. Have a good week.